Welcome to today's video. Make sure you visit podcastformarketers.com for more information. Over there, I have a really kick-ass course on how you can make at least a few grand a month on simple reoccurring revenue, right? And that's called Freedom Funnels. And make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my channel, man. I'm put out videos every day, so you don't want to miss what I put up because I put out some pretty kick-ass content. And man, I always want you guys to comment below, man. I absolutely love all the comments you guys bring. Let me know what you're thinking. If you have any questions, I'm always in the comment section. I really love the community. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, so I'm in Landingi. If you want to know how to get here, just go over here to Popups. I'm already here. So I'm going to show you kind of like how I make pop-ups or landing pages. We're going to start with pop-ups today. You shouldn't think too much about like pop-up design. It's supposed to be one thing. It's supposed to collect their information, right? So getting way too fancy is just kind of ridiculous. And I need you to remember also that when you're collecting this information, if you're asking for a name, double opt-ins, because you're going to get these questions, right? So do you ask for the first name? And no, you don't want to have any friction on getting the people in your list. Now, of course, you'll have a little bit better quality lead if you ask for the first name and the email. And if you do a double opt-in, you're going to be cutting off about 50% of your leads, right? So trying to get, some really qualified leads and it's kind of cool and it's all right. I get it. If that's what you want to have is some good quality leads. But in the beginning, I would suggest a single opt-in. That's what you should do, is a single opt-in and just the email address. All right. You don't need any more than that in the beginning. All right. So let's just get started with this. I'll stop jabbering along. So what I'm going to do here is this is kind of like a basic form, and I want to add in a progress bar. So I'm going to do that now. Add in the progress bar right there. And then I'm always going to look in mobile and see how it looks in mobile just to check it out. And so far, so good, right? So that's the one thing about that you want to do with Landingi is you want to always look in the mobile view because it fucks up quick, right? So I'm just letting you know. All right, so another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a little style. So, coming over here and with the border radiuses, just a little bit of style. Just a little bit of border radius there. All right, and so after that, then it's text. Okay, so here, I'm going to stretch this across. And so this is your main headline. And a short benefit of what they All right, so, and then we're going to take all of this, and this is like a big headline. It's going to be bolded. Choose your shit over here. You don't want to use more than 2 fonts on one joint, right? So, like, if you go with this, like, you kind of want to go with something blockier and bigger if you want to. So just kind of mess around like that. I like that. That's bold. It's blocky. It's big. And then let's center it. All right, let's make it bigger than that. All right, so that's cool, right? So there you have a big block. Now, I can also tell you that red headlines always do better, right? So it's kind of up to you whether you want to do a red headline or not. Totally up to you, okay? So now what we want is a subtext. So what I like to do is just duplicate this. All right, and let's kind of go with a different color here. You shouldn't overthink this, guys. It's just, seriously, don't overthink this. This right here should be kind of like a half-ass call to action. All right, so we're gonna make this way smaller, and this won't be, all in caps. So all right, and so let's not bold this as well. And then you can kind of like, if you wanted to, take that and bold like that word, and have some design shit going on here, especially if this is free, right? So you want to give them, like if this was free, you would, say here, so the word free, right? It's a really powerful word in marketing. Okay. So, if you want to take free and bold that, right? So you can kind of go there. So this is another little sub headline. And then we're going to get to the actual like form and a button, right? So let's just put a form here. And now you can double click this to kind of get like a color scheme going on, right? So if you wanted to kind of like, I don't know, if you wanted to start with that. People are like, put your best email. And I think it's cornball shit, but it works. So I always do it. All right, and so there you go. Not really liking the whole like background shit, right? So I'm gonna change that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reverse this. So with the button, I kind of have a color already set up here. I'm gonna change the button there. Okay, and then we're gonna make the text white. Okay. And with this background here, we're going to make this white. And we're going to make the border like a grayish deal here. And we're going to make that black. That black. Looking good. Your placeholder should be black. There we go. So now we're looking pretty good, right? So now, yeah, we're looking pretty good. All right, so I'm just kind of sitting here fucking off, guys. You need to watch me do this, right? So there's a pop-up, right? So now, boom, it's gonna look really shitty here, right? So you have work again to do again here, right? So this is all I usually do right here. Just take that text down, move things around. You definitely want shit above the fold. For the pop-up. Make this a little bit darker. Yeah. All right, so I just kind of want to let you see what a pop-up looks like, guys. I mean, you know, I don't like to show people how to click buttons. But I do realize that everybody's not as, you know, and it takes some people longer to like kind of get the design thing. And I think that's the biggest problem most of us have. Now, I'm fortunate enough to have a Photoshop girl, so I don't have to worry about it. And, you know, when it comes to design, but even her, I will give her shit if she has a bad design, because sometimes her designs suck ass. All right. And so even her, I'll just be like, hey, man, your design sucks ass. Like that. All right. So this background color is not quite white. That looks better. It's a good looking fucking pop-up right there, right, guys? So that's all you really need for a pop-up. You're done. Right. And so connecting it to your service, you already know, you know, over here, you can, you know, do your integrations to whoever you want to send your form to, Aweber or MailChimp or whoever. You can also use Zapier or Zapier or whatever the name of the place is. All right. So pretty much you're done. It's a done deal with that. And there's your pop-up, guys. So what I'm going to do in the next class is show you exactly, you know, what to do with this fucking pop-up. And how we're going to do micro commitments to do an entire funnel right here with Mautic and Landingi. Coffee break.